So throughout this video series, I have been looking at 1 Corinthians 13, the famous chapter on love, asking ourselves the question, what does it take to become a person of love? And so far, I've looked at how love is patient and kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. And that love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. So today I'm going to look at the last line and finish up this video series today. It says that love always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. That is a lot of always. That is one big never, never fails. This is a tall order to live up to. If you have been approaching this video series thinking, you know what, I'm going to work harder on being patient and kind and not keeping a record of wrongs, if you're just approaching this like it's a law, then I've failed at what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show you that this love thing, it's impossible on our own. It's the way 1 Corinthians 13 calls us to love. But that there is one who loved us perfectly, and that is Jesus. And as we embrace his love and understand how he has loved us, then we are transformed into people who can love others. I want to read for you 1 John chapter 4, verses 7 through 10. John writes this, "Dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. This is how God showed his love among us. He sent his one and only Son into the world that we might live through him. This is love, not that we loved God, but that he loved us and sent his Son as an atoning sacrifice for our sins." My hope again in this video series is to show you that it's not about measuring up to some sort of law, but it's embracing the love of God. And the more you understand and embrace that gospel, that even though we are sinners, rebels against the holy God, who continually fall short of God's perfect standard, that he loved us so much that he sent his Son Jesus to die for us, that God was patient and kind with us, that he was not self-seeking but sought our good, that he did not keep a record of wrongs, but separated our sins from us as far as the east is from the west when Jesus took our sins on the cross. The more we embrace that gospel, believing it not just in our head but in our hearts, the more we are transformed into people who love as Christ has loved us. It is a tall order to love in the way that 1 Corinthians 13 tells us to love, and we continually fall short. So how do we get to that place? We embrace God's love that has never and will never fail us. And I believe as you find your identity and your joy and your self-worth in God's love for you and who he says you are, then you can enter relationships not from a place of neediness, but from a place of security so that you might love others. You see, when you're not secure in God's love, then you are easily angered by others. You do become unkind to others when they fail to be the people you need them to be. We will distrust others. We will keep a record of wrongs in our head because we're wounded and we can't afford to get hurt again. We will boast and we'll be proud with others, looking for others to applaud us and approve us and tell us that we're valuable. Until we know that we are secure in God's love and the self-worth we have in him, we'll continually enter relationships from a place of neediness, looking to others to affirm us and applaud us and meet our need for love. But when we embrace the gospel, when we are secure in God's love for us, then we don't need to look to others to give us the love and self-worth that our heart has longed for, because we already have that love and self-worth in God, the God who gave us his Son, his best, to die in our place for our sins. That is how loved and valuable you are, that the God of the universe gave his best, his Son, to die in your place. Find your security in that you are loved, that you are worth so much. And then go out and love others, not from a place of neediness, not because you need anything from them or expect anything of them, but just because you have been loved and you want others to know the great love and grace of God. Love others so that they might know the transforming love of our great God.